Welcome to Module 10 titled Restaurant Operations and Careers. Click next below to read this module's learning objectives. Remember the last time you went to a restaurant? What did you expect from that restaurant? You probably wanted to find something on the menu that you liked. You wanted the meal to be prepared according to high-quality standards, and you wanted to get it quickly and didn't want to pay too much money for it. Is that right? Millions of people around the world have worked in the restaurant industry and have found vibrant, engaging careers with this fast-growing community of professionals. Just as you learned in M8 Hotel Operations and Careers, restaurants too have a front and back of the house. Just like hotels, the show must go on. If you pull back the curtain on any successful restaurant, you'll see a diverse team of employees working to make the whole customer experience happen. From the dishwasher to the hostess, each restaurant role forms a link in the chain of support to keep the business operating as smoothly as possible. And the key link to this chain is the restaurant manager. Like a hotel, this person is also sometimes known as the general manager. Let's begin by looking at the responsibilities included in this position. As we mentioned, the overall role of the general manager or restaurant manager is to run the restaurant. Depending on the size and sales volume of the restaurant, there may be more managers with special responsibilities, such as the kitchen manager, bar manager, and dining room manager. These managers are usually cross-trained in order to relieve each other. Click below to read on your own the main roles of the restaurant general manager. Success is a staircase, not a doorway. Most general managers are hired from within, and is usually the person who knows the restaurant from front to back. It is the person who has experienced all positions and all levels of service. If you are considering starting a career of any level within the food service industry, it's helpful to know which skill set best fits your personality and abilities. Click the marker below to read examples, and then click Next to learn about these positions starting with the front of the house team. So, let's begin with the front of the house. As we learned in Module 9, there are different types of dining experiences. With different types of dining establishments comes different types of positions to fill the needs of the type of restaurant. Click the icons below to read the various types of front of the house positions for each dining experience. As you can see, based on the dining experience, positions vary. Did you notice the one position that was the same in all three categories? If you're thinking manager, then you are correct. The most important aspect to remember for all front of the house positions is that in a positive dining experience, guests often remember a friendly, courteous person more vividly than the food they ordered. That is right, the AHA continues. And 2 is the key in the restaurant business. In this module, we are going to focus more on the fine dining in the front of the house positions. While all positions in all categories are important, we feel fine dining exposes you to more variety in terms of operations of the business. But remember, no matter what restaurant you choose, you can work your way to the top. It doesn't always have to be fine dining. It all starts with you. Click next to read more on your own about the different front-of-the-house positions of a fine dining restaurant. Previous activity, use the space below to write the one requirement that all front-of-the-house positions need to achieve success. If you wrote customer service, then you are right. Remember, guests want a total quality package when they dine out, not just isolated pockets of service. Now let's move from the front of the house to the back of the house. In a restaurant, the back of the house usually consists of food storage, the kitchen, and sometimes the offices or break room. Even though most kitchens are hidden, the show must go on, and if a kitchen is run properly, magic happens. Click next below and read more on your own about the common back of the house positions in a fine dining restaurant. So far, we have discussed the role of a restaurant general manager and the various types of positions they help to manage and motivate for success. As you can see, managing restaurant operations is a big role. With all these positions, you have to be ready for challenges. Successful managers look for the possible in the impossible. Just like learning to fold the best napkin for your place setting, restaurant managers need instruction and practice in order to effectively run the business, supervise employees, and satisfy customers. Click next below and read the suggested ways restaurant managers can improve their overall operations. From the last activity, you can see that managers are expected to operate like a hero. Operating a restaurant takes Superman qualities, and each manager must stay ahead of the game to improve their daily operations. If you were a restaurant manager, what is one thing you would do to keep your operations ahead of the game and become a hero for your team? Take time to type your answer on the next slide. Along with the tips we learned in this module, there are additional ways restaurant owners and their managers stay above the competition. Click on the 3 operational trends below to read more on how restaurants are trying new ideas, connecting with their customers, and giving back to their communities.
If you were to name a restaurant company that puts a yum on people's faces at the very mention of its name, who would it be? KFC, or maybe Taco Bell, or how about Long John Silver's, A&W All-American Food, or Pizza Hut? The answer is all of them, because they're all part of the Yum Brands family.
Our passion is to put a yum on our customers' faces each and every time they visit one of our restaurants. We call it customer mania.
That customer mania attitude spills over into the communities they serve.
We believe it's our responsibility to give back to the community, and we're doing that by helping kids.
For instance, Pizza Hut's Book It program helps more than 23 million kids in over 800,000 classrooms develop a lifelong love of reading. Taco Bell creates hope and opportunity for teens through grants to Boys and Girls Clubs of America. KFC's Colonel's Kids provides high-quality child care to needy families through local YMCAs. And because 34 million Americans are going hungry, Yum Brands has also launched the world's largest prepared food donation program called Yum Harvest.
Yum Harvest donates 9 million pounds of food each year. That provides 11 million great tasting meals to people who really need them.
It's a give-back program that helps fill a most basic need, hunger, from a company that only asks for a yummy smile in return.
And new insights on the industry as a whole. As you think about operating a restaurant one day, think of the following quote: "A well-run restaurant is like a winning sports team. It makes the most of every crew member's talent and takes advantage of every split-second opportunity to speed up service." Continue inspiring your AHA, and we will see you around campus.